What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me with another one of Raiko's cars. Raiko is the owner of 13th Concepts, a wrapping company, and we regularly drive his cars. Today actually because he is wrapping Martijn's Porsche for a rally, so we took out this RS4 to have some fun with. It is a lot of fun. 2012 Audi RS4. That means that you've got the 4.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. This one has a few mods, so it is even louder and it looks cool. So I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a quick lap around it, show you the mods and the spec, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. So it's 1800 kilo station wagon with a naturally aspirated 4.2 V8. Doesn't really make sense on paper, but it makes sense in real life. Of course, it was introduced in 2012, rented 2015, and it had to compete with a C63 AMG 4 liter V8 bi-turbo and the M3 F80 with the 3 liter twin turbo inline 6. So the only one that remained with the naturally aspirated engine. It was carried over basically from the previous generation, the B7. This is the B8, and it is an evolution of that 4.2 liter V8. Absolutely stunning car. I think it's so handsome. I don't know if it's nostalgia or what, but I just feel like this is the best RS4. It's modern, it's solidly built. This thing has done 200,000 kilometers and it's still in really good nick. So unfortunately, I think Raiko has wrapped parts of this car that used to be aluminium, like the mirrors, beautiful, in black. So the grille surround, the logo, and the lower part of the front bumper there, like the splitter, used to be, I think, aluminium. Yeah. Which I think combines really well with this like ruby stone red Porsche color wrap. I think it suits the car. I mean, would I drive it every day? Don't think so, but I do think it suits the car very well. Combination with those silver wheels, roti forms with a center lock cap there. Behind that, we've got the regular steel brakes, carbon ceramics optionally available for the RS4 on the front axle. This is, however, the new 365mm brake disc with the wavy cut on the sides. It's perforated as well. 6 piston calipers, and this car also has H&R coilovers. I think, because I saw H&R over there, I don't think it's just springs. I think it's actually coilovers. Cannot see that. It is lower. The standard RS4 is 20mm lower than the A4, but this is lower still, as you can see. We've got Goodyear Eagle F1 tires, 255s on a 20-inch wheel. 13th Concepts, go check him out if you're in need for any wrapping. So also wrapped, I think, yeah, so window surrounds are also aluminium. Roof rails, I don't think so, maybe they are. So I think this car has all the silver trim, which is great. Raiko, get all that black stuff out of it. It would look so much better with all the silver trim, I think. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S at the rear, 255s over there as well. And then at the rear, I guess that this is silver as well. This like diffuser surround, big oval tailpipes, of course, nice and practical station wagon, Avant as they call it at Audi. And then the party piece of the car, the 4.2 liter V8, naturally aspirated, max power at 8250 RPM, which is nuts. 450 horsepower, up from 420 in the previous RS4. Torque stayed the same at 430 Newton meters, which is not a lot. It is also the reason why sometimes the car feels a bit sluggish at low RPM. Max torque is at 4000 RPM, so you really need to drive it and you know, keep those gears down basically to get the car moving. But when you do, it is awesome. The generation before this, of course, had to compete with naturally aspirated 6.2 in the C63, the naturally aspirated V8 in the E92 M3, and the 5 liter naturally aspirated V8 in the Lexus ISF. all naturally aspirated. So really cool that Audi decided to stay with it for another generation with this one. And then after this one, of course, the B9, they went to the 2.9 V6, which is, well, not a great engine compared to this when it comes to driving experience and drama. I think it's a super good looking car though, with those wide body, like flared arches, and with that sort of straight line that gives it 80s vibes, like Audi Quattro vibes. Really, really cool. And then this stock car, since it has the black tips, which I don't think are wrapped, used to have the sports exhaust from the sports package, but this car has a full MILLTEK exhaust, so front to rear completely straight when the valves are open. It has a MILLTEK back box with a valve though, so you can close the valve. It's actually pretty good. Valves open, it's really loud, especially inside the car. It also has a Audi Sport differential at the rear, like a limited slip, with torque vectoring. And then inside, as I said, 200,000 kilometers, well, 198,000. It looks absolutely spotless. It is insane. I mean, the persons before Raiko have really treated it well. It's just all the buttons and stuff. Look at that. It's just no scratches on the piano black, nothing. It looks like new. Really good. And also build quality on this thing, very nice. I have to say that because of the MILLTEK, especially lower RPM, it is kind of droney, and sometimes you hear little resonances in the interior, but I don't think you would hear that with the stock exhaust. Steering wheel also very nice, thin rim, nice to hold, pedals behind that, super simple, just a couple of buttons, RS4 logo. They don't do that anymore either, so they give you an S or an RS, but not an RS4, specific to the model. Also bucket seats optionally, really good. If you're looking for one, definitely get those with the RS4 badge, and the harness holes, super racy, very nice and supportive. So let's start it up. Seven-speed S-tronic dual clutch gearbox linked to that engine. As I said, limited slip diff. And then if we go to, it also, well, it already started up in, yeah, in the dynamic. So this is valves closed, and then valves open. Not going to rev it too much because we've got sheepies over there and peoples over there, but I'll let you hear it in the tunnel. Beautiful dials as well, look at that. RS4, super simple rev counter and speedometer, but oh, they really used to do it back in the day, right? They don't do it anymore like that, unfortunately. Okay, so gearbox in manual. Traction control off. Radio off. Oh, those downshifts, that's probably the best part about this car. Super quick upshifts as well, and the response to the pedal, they've done such a clever job by making it like activate at the slightest of touches, which means that it feels even quicker. It's just instant. It's crazy. I mean, this is 13, 14 years old. So quick. It doesn't really feel that fast. It is not that fast. It's just it's a quick car, but the difference with a 4-liter V8 bi-turbo like AMG has, you know, in their comparable C63, it's just such a different experience. It's not saying the one is better than the other, but as a daily, that torque is also pretty nice. Okay, so launch control 4.7 is what it's supposed to do. I think we did 4.5. Very quick, still till today. She liked it. She was really looking seriously at the car just to spot all the RS4 differences, I think. Definitely a petrol head. Oh, lighten up, people. Life is much more fun if you don't look at other people so angrily. So angry. People are just so, I don't know, so serious. Anywho, 430 Newton meters at 4,000 RPM. As I said, it really means that you have to keep it up. You have to drive it knowing that it's not, it doesn't really do anything down low. It's so different compared to turbo cars. It's lovely that you had those 3 super different options. What are they searching for with a dog? Dead bodies? Anyway, you had the BMW inline 6 turbo, the AMG 4-liter V8 bi-turbo, and then this naturally aspirated. 3 super different options. We don't really get that anymore. It's so similar nowadays. Oh, downshifts are just nuts. So it doesn't really want to slide, even though they improved the weight distribution and you've got that limited slip torque vectoring diff. I've got traction control off, but still it doesn't really want to slide. So 3rd gear. Oh, 8,500 RPM there. So compared to the previous RS4, where weight distribution was 60-40, you've got that engine at the front. They wanted to improve that, so they shifted 90 kilos of weight from the front axle to the rear axle. And that means that they went to 56-44 instead of 60-40. I think that was the limit already, right? 270 something, which is 257 GPS. Not that impressive. I mean, nothing a little limiter removal wouldn't fix, but 10.6, that is the 100 to 200 time we did with this car. 200,000 kilometers, that is not bad at all. Also, didn't even mention that, but that 0 to 100, oh, what the hell?
Get the surroundings.
Jeez, those steel brakes are really not up for the task. 1,800 kilos, I think. Yeah. No, not great. They overheat super quickly. Anyway, that 0 to 100 time, I mean 4.5, 0.2 of a second quicker than the Audi claimed 0 to 100 with 200,000 kilometers on the clock is really impressive. So now I know that those brakes are shit. You immediately start driving differently. Letting off throttle much earlier and just downshifting to spare them basically. the only issue I really have with this is that the MILLTEK exhaust, it sounds pretty good. It's just when you go to comfort, the valve sort of still opens at certain speeds and throttle inputs, which means that it's not really possible to drive it comfortably at higher speed. It's just always there, the sound. So I think Raiko is also looking for a solution to keep the valve closed. Also, I think the H&R is a bit too low. Front axle feels a bit weird sometimes. I don't know if that's wheels and suspension combined, or just wheels or just suspension. But and also the power steering is very heavy in dynamic mode. Oh, oh, oh no! Oh no! You need one with ceramics. You really do. And even these wavy discs, they designed that to dissipate heat better. They're ventilated, floating and wavy cut, but still now they're gone. They're still too hot, so every time I touch the brakes they start vibrating. So that's not great. I really do like fourth gear though. You can select that at quite a low speed and then just keep going to like 200 kilometers an hour. So I could go lower, but I've got a car behind me, but that's like 100 kilometers an hour. That's nice, right? Proper rev limiter as well. One that actually bounces. So yeah, this is, you need to drive a car like this once every couple months, well, once a year at least, to just act as an antidote to all the horrible things that they're making today, and just remind you of what used to make cars great. Look at those freaking dials, look at that instrument cluster, it's just perfection. You've got all the info you need. How fast am I going? What are the revs? What's the temperature? How much gas do I have left? And then some digital info that you don't actually need, but it's super basic. Lovely interior, built properly. Absolutely amazing. Thank you Raiko for letting us have a go. Really cool car. I love the color, I do. I think it looks cool. I just think you need to bring back all the aluminium trim. It would make it look even better. Thank you for watching. Oh. Hope you enjoyed it as well. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. Check out this video, this playlist, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.